Which countries pay the highest CPM, cost per mil, in YouTube ad revenue? I'm going to share with you which countries are paying me the highest. So 1,000 views from one country can end up paying YouTube, and then eventually me, 15 times more than another country. So how do you change your videos to attract those higher CPM countries? I'm going to show you where to find it and some simple ways that you can increase your CPM for those countries. So first of all, what is CPM? Well, it's the cost per mille. Let's go into the YouTube Studio and into the analytics. Your channel needs to be monetized first with your 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months. And once you are monetized, you go to revenue here, analytics revenue. And you get to see what's called the playback-based CPM. I'm going to speak about RPM in a minute. CPM is cost per mil. So this is the cost to advertisers for how much they pay for 1,000 impressions, if you like 1,000 views of their ads. How much advertisers pay for 1,000 monetized playbacks. More people seeing the ads that are placed on your channel. However, this is where it gets really interesting. Now that monetized playback can vary from one country to another. Now, a quick word about RPM. So playback-based CPM, so that's the old metric that YouTube always used, which is cost per mil. So that's money going to YouTube. That's not money coming to me. And the effective money coming to me is revenue per mil. How much I earn for 1,000 views. So why don't I just focus on the RPM? Well, if I can focus on the CPM, and if I can find which countries are paying more CPM, are paying a higher CPM, then what I can do is I can target those countries in a number of ways. And I'm going to speak about how I do that in a few minutes. But how do I see which are the top countries by CPM? Well, as far as I can see, I can't see it here. I can't see it into YouTube Studio on my desktop. If I look in here, it shows me, it shows me per video, and I can see which videos have got the highest CPM. Some of them are much higher than others. But I can't see which countries. But however, I can see it on YouTube Studio on my mobile, and I'm going to show you how that looks right now. Now on my iPhone, I have the YouTube Studio app, and if I click on that, I get to see the dashboard and the analytics. Let me click on the analytics. Well, let me go to the revenue tab. I get to see my estimated revenue. I get to see which are the kinds of ads that are earning me the most money. And to my surprise, it's the skippable ads. Now I get to see which videos are earning me the most. With all of these metrics, I can change that to, instead of doing it for the last 28 days, I could do it for the last 90 days, just to see a more complete pattern there. But now this is the really interesting thing, is the top geographies by CPM. In other words, the top countries. So if I click on here, now I'm based in Australia, and my Australian CPM is $18. Compare that with India, which is down the bottom here, which is only $1. And just to show you that that's not an outlier, it's not something unusual, if I go back 90 days, I still see the same pattern. So what that means is that in these top countries here, Australia, Canada, the UK and the US, if I can get 1,000 views from those countries, because the ads are purchased at an auction, advertisers tell YouTube, I will pay up to this much money to get an ad, to get views on this or that channel. What happens is that those amounts can vary from one country to another. And so it makes a lot of sense for me to target those top countries to increase my ad revenue. So it's not just the total number of views. As you can see, 1,000 views from India is worth $1.07 to YouTube, whereas 1,000 views from Australia is worth $18.74 today, or over the last 90 days. Okay, so I can see that some countries pay a lot more for 1,000 views than other countries. Pay YouTube, and then that eventually will come back to me in terms of the RPM, revenue per mille. So what can I do to get more views from those countries? Well, here are a few things. Number one is I can specifically mention those countries in my videos. Maybe a national holiday or something like that. Then those sort of things are more likely to get a higher number of views from those countries. Number two is refer to those countries' things in the description, in the titles, maybe even in the tags as I'm creating a video. A third and really obvious one is to post my videos, to upload my videos or schedule my videos at times that I know viewers from that country are more likely to be online. Now, there are a number of other ways that you can get in front of that particular audience. For example, you could do a collaboration with somebody from that country that you are trying to target. Or you could share on social media around a particular topic that you know a country is especially focused on or interested in right now. Two other ways that you can draw interest from a particular country. Another popular one is to set your subtitles and to set the language of that country. So if you're targeting English here, I go and edit my subtitles here, and I make sure that the language is English, and I go in and fix these captions before I publish them, tidy them up from YouTube, and then publish them. And that's more likely to attract ads from those countries that you are particularly targeting. And I can see when my viewers are online by going into the YouTube Studio Analytics, into the Analytics here, and then into the audience. And what I see, for example, is that most of my viewers, the top time for them is 3 a.m. 3 a.m.? Yeah, that's 3 a.m. Sydney time, which is actually US Eastern, about midday. And so what that means is that I can schedule my videos to post at those times if I'm reaching out to that particular audience. There's a lot more that you can do to boost your YouTube channel and to grow your revenue, even if your channel is not that big. My channel is sitting at about 1,500 subscribers at the moment, so it's not that big. This is a really simple way of increasing your revenue. Hey, if you are interested in learning more about how I am growing my channel is basically around Zoom and around how to use it, but I'm also sharing how I'm growing my YouTube channel on the way. And so if that's something that interests you, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel.